A good look at Mount Rainier in the background as we welcome you to Seattle, Washington for Game 2 of a 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Seattle Mariners. Welcome inside the broadcast booth here at Safeco Field. I'm Don Orsillo along with Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, tonight a look at the Red Sox lineup has Xander Bogaerts dropping down from the 2 spot to the 7 spot. And heck, we've seen a difference with him since he's moved to third base.
You know, it's probably about time, and that's to me is a sign for him because it's not been fair for him if you think about it, moving from short to third. And since that time, it's glaring. The numbers are ridiculous. Look what was happening before, almost 300 with an on base of 400. This kid was just what we wanted him to be offensively. It's not fair to him because he had to move positions, and he's a big part of this offense. Has been hitting second for a long, long time. And, most of the times rookies could come in and find their way. Well, that's not the case. He's an important part of this offense. Hopefully he can go down to the 7th slot and get his act back together again, but it really hasn't been fair to him.
Dustin Pedroia will slide into the 2 spot for the Red Sox, where he's been for so many years. He'll be there tonight. And on the mound for the Red Sox tonight will be Jake Peavy, trying to win for the first time since April the 25th. He is 1-5 and looks to turn it around against the Mariners. Red Sox trying to bounce back. We're back with more from Seattle right after this. Game series between the Red Sox and the Mariners. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. We get the news today officially. Sort of the unofficial news yesterday has been made official today that Clay Buchholz will get the start here tomorrow in Game 3 of the series. The long-awaited start, really, for Clay Buchholz. He went on a rehab assignment, really to get his mind clear, and did fairly well. He was 0-1, but had a 2.53 earned run average with the Pawtucket Red Sox. Ended up logging 10 2/3 innings, 10 strikeouts and 2 walks. An opponent's not doing very well against Buchholz at just 167. With more on Clay Buchholz, the third member of our broadcast team, Jamie Erdahl.
Don, May 27th, Clay Buchholz went on that DL stint. In his 10 starts before that, his ERA ballooned up and over 7. Now set to make his start for the series finale tomorrow here in Seattle. Buchholz says he can't do much about those numbers that happened before his DL stint. He just wants to turn the page and perhaps start a new chapter. John Farrell was saying before the game that a healthy and productive Buchholz is always a good thing for this Red Sox rotation. Our Geico quote of the day is Clay Buchholz talking about how he feels heading into tomorrow.
Physically, it was never really an issue. It was more mental and going out and not seeing results and trying harder than you have to try instead of just basically gripping a baseball and throwing it and trusting that it's going to work. And it's tough to do that when every ball that you feel like you miss with on the plate, it gets hit. So just got to get back to the basics, throw the ball down, and just remember that whenever I let go of the ball, that there's nothing else I can do about it. So hopefully they hit it at somebody.
Well, the Red Sox certainly glad to have Clay Buchholz back. We'll see him tomorrow night. It's time for Game 2. The first pitch is next from Seattle. Toyota's website for deals via Toyota.com. Dunkin' Donuts. The GMC Sierra. PaulRudine.com, celebrity golf instruction, and much more. And by your Subaru of New England dealers. Welcome back to the Pacific Northwest as the Red Sox and Seattle Mariners play the middle game of this three-game series from Safeco Field in Seattle. Red Sox on a beautiful night here tonight, ready for Game 2 as 73 degrees to get it started tonight in Seattle. Breeze in from center at 6 miles per hour, and the forecast is partly cloudy for the remainder of the evening. Well, the Mariners have taken the field, so let's check out the Red Sox starting lineup. It's brought to you by McDonald's. I'm loving it. Buchholz leading it off for the Red Sox in right field tonight with Dustin Pedroia sliding up in the order. He is at second base with David Ortiz at DH. Mike Napoli is at first base in the cleanup spot tonight with Daniel Nava in left. A.J. Pierzynski doing the catching again. Xander Bogaerts, as we mentioned, sliding down to the 7th spot in the order. Stephen Drew at shortstop bats 8th. And Jackie Bradley Jr. in center field bats 9th. Tonight's Mariners starting pitcher presented by New England Nissan dealers. Erasmo Ramirez on the hill, getting his 11th start of the year, 1-4 with a 4.62 earned run average. 48 2/3 innings, has 40 strikeouts at 24 walks. And opponents hitting at 266 against him. Last time out at San Diego ended up with a no decision, but he pitched very well. 6 shutout innings for the Mariners against the Padres. Defensively in behind him from third to first, Kyle Seager, Brad Miller, Robinson Cano, and Logan Morrison, who had a huge night last night. Left to right in the outfield, Dustin Ackley, James Jones, and Andy Chavez. As Mike Zunino does the catching for Erasmo Ramirez. Again, the best fielding percentage in the American League, the Seattle Mariners. First in that category coming in. Well, the umpires tonight, Dan Bellino has the plate with DJ Rayburn at first base. Pat Hoberger at second base, and the crew chief Jeff Kellogg, the umpire, at third. Well, Brock Holt coming up here to get it started. And a frustrating night last night for the Red Sox, especially when they had John Lackey on the mound looking to bounce back tonight.
Well, you're going into a game against Hernandez, the King Felix, and he gave up a couple runs early, and then that's what you have to have stand up. And Lackey was the right guy for the job, but that 4th inning got away from him. One guy in particular Ackley gave him a 13-pitch at bat. He goes back to that game. That's the guy you think about.
Was not the same after that, and said he was fine after the game. We thought perhaps he may have a back injury, but Ackley saying that he felt okay after the game and just did not pitch well.
No, admittedly, he knew he had to cover, and that would have been a tough play to turn that double play on the move, a left-handed batter out of the box, but it wasn't meant to be, and after that, they just whacked it around. I'll tell you what, this is a sleeper, this club, Seattle Mariners. I mean, this guy, I don't think a lot of people know how good this club really is. I mean, they showed what offensively last night, something that they haven't done all year. And Logan Morrison, if he can do what they hope he can do, last night 2 home runs, they've got the pitching, but obviously they don't have the offense, and they're hoping for a few guys to come back.
Fly ball down the left field line. Dustin Ackley is over by the seats and has a play, makes the catch in foul ground. Well, the Mariners 5 games over 500 coming into tonight's game at 41-36. And they are 6 games back of the Oakland A's. We saw the A's. They are definitely for real and a very good team at the top of the American League West.
Well, I'll tell you what, that guy right there, last night he went 7 innings, gave up a couple runs, and everybody went, no big deal. But that was a good start. But for him, just very average.
And the Red Sox certainly glad they don't need to see him tonight, as last night giving up 2 runs. Actually, the Red Sox had a 2-1 lead at one point in last night's game.
This guy on the mound for them tonight is their 5th starter. He's had 3 different stints up in the big league, got sent down a couple of times, but recently his last outing against the Padres was his best effort.
Still just 24 years of age.
Not a very big guy, probably about 5'11". Doesn't throw really hard, maybe 90-91, but he got a nice hook. His best pitch is his changeup.
One of 13 players born in Nicaragua playing Major League Baseball. He's a minor league pitcher of the year in 2009. 11-1 that year with a 0.51 earned run average. And here he is in the majors. Second opening day roster for him in the major leagues. Some strike in there to Pedroia as he battles back. Full count. David Ortiz batting out of the 3 spot tonight. Chatting up the fans of the first row. As Pedroia earns a 1-out walk. Are you a Red Sox fan looking for creative ways to fundraise for your nonprofit organization? Contact our group sales department to learn about this summer fundraising packages. Go to redsox.com/groups for more details. Red Sox Nation here in Seattle hoping for better results tonight. 1 out, 1 on, and David Ortiz, a batter. David a .255 with 17 home runs, 46 runs batted in. David tied with Brandon Moss for 6th in the American League in home runs. So take strike 1.
And once again, Cano in this shift can't play deep in the outfield, has to sort of hug the infield grass, which benefits David a little bit.
Outside for ball 1-1-1. As you mentioned, Eck, 3 different stints in the big leagues this year for Erasmo Ramirez with the Mariners. Last night's starts 0-4 with a 4.97 earned run average and 8 home runs allowed in those 9 starts.
Well, he won his first start of the year and hasn't won ever since. He and Peavy have a little something in common, and you see this hook, not a bad hook, down in the zone.
Fastball at 93 running away.
Well, he jumped on that fastball. He's trying to get that fastball in so he can throw him another changeup, is what I think.
inside that time and misses. The numbers here at Safeco Field for David Ortiz, 61 career games here in Seattle. There goes Pedroia on the 3-2. That is ball 4. David Ortiz earns the walk on pitch that was down low, and it's back-to-back walks allowed by Ramirez. Well, tonight's league leaders are brought to you by the new Captain Morgan White Rum. Earned run average American League leaders, and the Mariners second in that category, 3.26. Oakland A's at 3.02, and the Red Sox fourth, 3.73 as a staff. Back-to-back walks here in the first inning. Red Sox trying to take advantage of that with one out.
Ramirez has got a 16 2/3 inning scoreless streak, but in that time he's had 23 base runners, so he's been Houdini. Maybe he'll fall out of his tree this inning.
Working without a net.
Yes.
Like Napoli takes strike one, comes right after him. Napoli at 274, 9 homers and 30 runs batted in.
He seems a little amped up out there, throwing 93 miles an hour. That's not like him.
Mike Napoli homering last night off Felix Hernandez, second straight game with a home run. Also homered on Sunday. The second time this season, homering in back-to-back games. The 25th time in his career that he's homered in back-to-back games.
Not too many people get 2 extra base hits off the King.
Since coming off the DL on June the 8th, Napoli hitting at .310, 2 doubles, 4 home runs, 8 runs batted in, and a total of 16 games since coming off the disabled list on June the 8th. Swing and a miss. Fastball by him, and it was up.
Well, that's about as hard as he can go. He's throwing the ball hard this first inning. You see this ball's up out of the zone. He can't catch up.
Oh, 3/4.
Yeah, rising fastball.
The dirt outside, full count. The way it has gone so far for Ramirez, third consecutive full count.
His off-speed stuff is not even tempting.
Daniel Nava waiting on deck. 1 out, 2 on for the Red Sox. They're in the top half of the first inning. Napoli will take strike 3 right at the bottom of the zone. He thought he was headed to first base. Gets the bad news from Bellino and not leaving quietly.
How do you give this kid that pitch? Down, out of the zone. He's all over the place. Walked 2 guys on his way to walk 3. Napoli's got a good eye. This ball, fastball down, looked a little low to me. And you give him that pitch. I'd say I got to have it, but you can't have that.
Dan Bellino gave it to him. 2 down in the inning. 2 on, and Daniel Nava. Nava hitting at .207, 2 homers and 4 runs batted in. Nava 1 for 4 in the series, 2 for 8 so far in this West Coast road trip. And he'll take strike 1.
There's that changeup.
It's pretty good, 77 miles an hour. Some pretty good difference between the fastball and the change.
Well, he's kept it in his back pocket the whole time. He hasn't really used it. I mean, he's all geeked up. He's throwing as hard as he can throw.
There's the fastball and doesn't get credit for that one. 1-1. Holt fouled out. Pedroia walked. Ortiz walked. Napoli strikes out looking on a borderline call by Tambolino. So 2 down in the inning, 2 on. There's ball 2. Deep counts in this first inning for Ramirez. He's had to work hard. A.J. Pierzynski waiting on deck. Pitch 26 of this first inning. And that's going to miss. Falls behind 3-1.
Push that change up. Has no feel for the change up. All he's been doing is throwing a lot of balls hard.
Lloyd McClendon looking on. 3-1 pitch. And that is ball 4. It's going to load the bases. 3rd walk of the inning given up by Ramirez. Well, if you're a Red Sox fan, you'll surely want to follow Nesson on Instagram. Our photographers and on-air talent offer another unique way to see all the happenings behind the scenes of your favorite teams. Follow Nesson on Instagram now. Rick waits the pitching coach out there to talk to Erasmo Ramirez, who has walked 3 in the inning. Red Sox trying to take advantage of that situation.
You got to make him pay right here. You cannot let him off the hook.
He's thrown 27 pitches and only 10 strikes.
And one of those could have been a ball. The strike 3 to Napoli.
So here is A.J. Pierzynski.
Of all guys at the plate, he's throwing balls and he's ready to swing.
One for 14 on the road trip is Pierzynski. He's swinging and grounds one right side to second base. Amazingly, Ramirez walks 3 but does not allow a run. The Mariners are coming up. Let's take a look at the Mariners starting lineup as Eddie Chavez will lead it off in right field with James Jones in center. Robinson Cano at second base with Kyle Seager at third. Logan Morrison had a huge game here last night at first base. Mike Zunino does the catching with Dustin Ackley in left. Brad Miller at short and John Buck is the DH batting ninth. Andy Chavez leading it off for the second straight game here in this 3-game series. And back in right field. Tonight's Red Sox starting pitcher presented by New England Audi dealers. Experience the all-new 2015 Audi A3 today. JPV's 16th start, 1-5 with a 4.52 earned run average. Well, it's sitting at 271 against Peavy. One bit is popped up and will land harmlessly in foul ground right in front of Mike Napoli. The last start for Jake Peavy, 6 1/3, 4 runs, 3 earned. Walking 3 and striking out 4, and again he has not won since April the 25th.
I'll tell you what, he has battled though. I mean, this is getting old, us saying he's battling all the time, but they just haven't given him any run support. We've been saying that for a long time too. A little over 3 runs a game. It's hard to get W's, and that's putting it mildly. 1 win. This point of the season, it's getting to Jake Peavy. He needs this W tonight badly.
This is to center field and a base hit for Andy Chavez. Let's take a look at the Red Sox defensively. The Red Sox defense brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Third to first, Xander Bogaerts, Stephen Drew, Dustin Pedroia, and Mike Napoli. Left to right in the outfield, Daniel Nava, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Brock Holt, as A.J. Brzezinski does the catching for Jake Peavy. So leadoff single to get this bottom of the first inning started. Andy Chavez is at first base. James Jones, a center fielder, hitting at 284, no homers, 6 runs batted in. And on the grass at third is Bogaerts. As Jones takes a pitch up and away.
These two guys have been doing the job for the Mariners recently. Nobody's even heard of James Jones, but this kid looks like a player. Last night hit a ball off the left field wall.
Well, since the end of May, he's hit at 297, 30 for his last 101, 8 stolen bases in his last 26 games.
He can run. Chavez over on first has got no stolen bases. Last night he hit that bullet bases clearing triple, was one of the big hits of the game. He wears out Lackey. 10 for 16 off Lackey.
That's unbelievable.
It is.
And last night part of the 6-run 4th inning.
Peavy a little pumped up tonight too. He threw a high changeup on the base hit to Chavez, and now he's overthrown a couple ball here to Jones.
Falling behind 3-0. Throw over and Chavez back to the bag. Jones, the Mariners center fielder, made his major league debut back on April 18th at Miami. Takes on the 3-0, and there's a strike. 88-mile-an-hour fastball from Peavy.
Well, obviously Jake's got to get the ball down. Had to lay one in there right there, but he's got to get the ball down to be effective, obviously.
That's going to miss for ball 4. So a single and a walk, 2 on with nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. Well, fans, you can test your Red Sox IQ right now at the MLB Preplay mobile app. Download for free and start predicting every at-bat of every Red Sox game all season. Tonight, Preplay predicts Jake Peavy will go 6 2/3 innings, allow 2 earned runs, 5 hits, 2 walks, and strike out 5.
We sure hope for it.
After the Red Sox had the bases loaded on 3 walks, they could not score in the top half of the inning. Now the Mariners have runners at first and second, nobody out in the bottom of the first, and you get Robinson Cano hitting at 330, 4 homers and 43 runs batted in. He is second only to Jose Altuve of the Houston Astros, who hits at 336. In there for a strike. Let's take a look at our Chevy key player, Robinson Cano, hitting .417 with a couple of doubles, a home run, and 4 RBIs lifetime against Jake Peavy.
It's hit close to 370 with runners in scoring position this year.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. He hasn't got a lot of home runs, only 4, but he does damage with guys on base.
Yeah, getting close to that halfway mark. The official Halfway mark of the season. Both these teams playing their 78th game of the year. He's got 43 runs batted in. Something in his right eye. Chavez at second, Jones at first with nobody out. Maybe grunting out there as he throws.
Boy, he's struggling right now. Try to find your way, and a new mound on the road. I don't care who you are, how long you've been around. That first inning is hard to get it together sometimes. Try to overthrow. He's only got so much, 88, 89.
Missing again. How big a deal is a new mound?
It just is. I don't care where you are. Even at home sometimes. That first inning, you're a little fired up. You're really not quite sure where it is. You hope just to get some outs and then find your way. But
I realize they're supposed to all be regulation, but they're all different. Huh?
Totally. The backdrop sometimes messes you up.
Fly ball to center field. Bradley Jr. started back, now comes in. He'll make the catch for the first out. Buick football at Fenway. Liverpool Football Club returns to Fenway Park to face AS Rome on Wednesday, July 23rd for Buick football at Fenway. Tickets are now on sale. Go to redsox.com/football at Fenway to get your tickets for this great matchup today. You're right. I didn't think of that. The home plate area and the area behind there is all different.
Yeah.
Wherever you go. So I guess that changes. I
remember the old Yankee Stadium. It seemed like, behind home plate is so deep, so far back there that when you threw the ball, it just seemed like it took forever to get to the plate. I always thought I was throwing salad, like I didn't have a good fastball.
Depth perception.
Yes. You're probably throwing fine, but you didn't think so. So you try to throw harder and then you lose the strike zone.
There's a hard ground ball that hits the bag. It first goes down the line. Wonder Chavez is going to come around and score. James Jones will be stopped as the throw comes to the plate. The Mariners take a 1-0 lead. It's second and third with one out.
Did this ball hit the bag or was it a bad hop? He just pulls this ball down the line. Fastball in. He gets a big part of the bat on it. And I don't think it hit the bag. It just was a bad hop. Watch. It's past the bag. That's just a bad hop that came up. Almost face high. He couldn't get a glove on it. It went all the way down the line. The first run's going to score easy. I thought they would have sent Jones on that, but he held him up. But a double for Sager.
Well, the way that ball exploded, I thought it hit the bag, but it did not, clearly. Logan Morrison, the batter, as he stands in. He had some kind of night last night. It's a high fly ball into right center field. Bradley getting himself ready. Makes the catch, tagging at third is Jones. The throw comes plateward, and he'll be safe. And to third base goes Kyle Seager, and the Mariners take a 2-0 lead. Morrison with an RBI sac fly.
Peavy up in the strike zone in this first inning several times. He gets away with this right here, but a sacrifice fly, that's all Morrison is trying to do. But you see this throw. He just uncorks this throw. This guy Jones can run down the line. I know he's safe, but showing off his arm, Bradley Jr.
He's got a good arm. 2 down here in the first inning, 2 runs in. Mike Zunino, the catcher. .225, 9 homers and 24 runs batted in. Swing and a miss, and a pitch headed downward.
He's kind of smiling at himself. I don't know what he's smiling about. He finally got a ball down. I think that's a little slider to just sort of.
One and two. Fastball away.
Normally his ball tails back over the middle of the plate. I don't know if that was a cutter or. All I know is it worked.
Trying to keep Seager at third base. He's there with 2 down in the inning. 2 runs already in. In there for strike 3. Picks up the corner and ends the inning. Mariners get a pair and take a 2-0 lead. Quick start here as they get 2 in the bottom of the first inning against Jake Peavy. Red Sox going back to work here against Erasmo Ramirez. Xander Bogaerts, Stephen Drew, and Jackie Bradley Jr. to bat here in the second. And the pitch is zipped inside for ball 1. Xander at 260, 6 homers, 19 runs batted in, and like we talked about it as part of the open, dropping him from the 2 spot down to the 7 spot and maybe taking a little pressure off him.
You know, I tell you, and I said before, it really isn't fair. I mean, you see what happened to him, and they moved him over to third base. But the night that it happened, they made a decision to go with Drew.
Nelson over with a play, and he makes it. First out of the inning.
I thought we were in the Oakland Coliseum again.
Yeah.
Ball foul territory. The ball's in the seats a lot.
Send it down to Jamie.
Don, we have tonight's poll presented by the new Scion TC. It's round 2 of your favorite Seattle-based musical artists. Sox 1 for Hart, Sox 2 for Jimi Hendrix, Sox 3 for Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, or Sox 4 for the one-hit wonder Sir Mix-a-Lot. Text your answer vote to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply. Text help for info and visit NESN.com/terms for terms and conditions and a privacy policy. I don't think I can say that last part any faster.
Nicely done.
I've had it. I've got it down pat. It's been a whole Bruin season, and now this.
I got to ask you, though, because yesterday I knew all 4 bands. I'm having a little trouble with Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
Well, when we speak in terms of demographics, Don, I would say their music falls outside of your demographic.
Okay.
Okay.
What about the One Mix Wonders? What is that?
Sir Mix-a-Lot, I know. I know Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Don, right. What's that Sir Mix-a-Lot song? Can you sing that one for us?
This is on the ground at second base. Cano will go to first, 2 down. I know Sir Mix-a-Lot. I can see him in my head. I don't know what the name of the song is.
You don't. How convenient.
Oh, I do know the name of the song. Yeah, no, I do. And I'm not saying it.
No, I don't think any of us should say it on the air.
But what about the other one, though? What was the other group?
Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
What kind of music are they?
They're new. They're new on the scene within the last couple years.
I'm glad she knows.
And it's kind of hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah, it crosses several genres.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not my
so now we know.
But I'm also not going to give you any musical samplings over the air either. Sorry.
Stephen Drew.
So then that leaves two options. If you guys had to vote, who would you vote for, Hart or Jimi Hendrix?
Oh, Jimi Hendrix. Hello. It's easy for me.
And 2 down in the inning is Jackie Bradley Jr. here. The count of 2-1. And a liner to right, playing deep with Chavez. That's going to get in for a base hit. And a 2-out single to right. Now, Berkshire Bank, America's most exciting bank. Visit BerkshireBank.com or one of our locations in New England and New York to discover how big bank resources combined with small bank attention can help you find your exciting moments. Life is exciting. Let Berkshire Bank help. 2 down here in the second. Jackie Bradley Jr. at first base. Buchholz, the batter, fouled out. The third baseman Kyle Seager in the first inning.
We started to talk about Xavier Bogaerts, right? And we'll get to that later on during the game. But it really hasn't been fair to him. Having to move to third base, and it's taken its toll. I mean, obviously the numbers are ridiculous. How bad it's been for him. I mean, he couldn't have gone any better at one point. Remember, he was just 400 on base. I mean, we were thinking, rookie of the year. He started, having some pop. And then you got to go over to third base.
Do you feel the move over there affected him offensively?
It's got to. I mean, it has to. And then there's a lot of pressure on him because they're counting on him. He's a big part of the offense. It's not like this rookie that's trying to blend into your, offense. I mean, he's a big part of the offense. And you bat second in this offense. It's glaring if you're not swinging the bat. At the start of the season, he was way down in the order. And then we talked about he talked about him hitting a lot of slots. But he found a home there in second. That in second for a long, long time. But it just got to the point where he's been going so bad. I mean, you forget he's 21 years old. You think he's just going to light the world on fire, hit 300, work, whatever.
1 pitch grounded foul. Full count now for Buchholz. Bogaerts at least for tonight, sliding down to the 7th spot in the order.
I mean, the way the offense has been going, I mean, he is it. And if he's not hitting, then we're in trouble.
Payoff pitch to Holt. And it takes it the other way. Ackley going back to make the catch. Inning and a half done from Seattle. It's 2-0 Mariners. 2-0 Seattle on top of Boston. We head to the bottom of the second inning. And it is Dustin Ackley shows bunt, takes strike one. Bottom third here of the Mariners order. Ackley, Miller, and Buck. Jake Peavy throwing 21st inning pitches and allowing 2 runs. Fly ball down the left field line, foul. See how your future and current Red Sox players are doing down in Pawtucket. Beginning at 7 on Thursday, catch Adam Pellerin and Bob Montgomery as the Norfolk Tides visit the Paw Sox live on NESN. The 2 pitch to Ackley. Line to right. Holt is there to make the catch on the sinking liner for the first out at the bottom of the second inning.
Boy, he has been tested everywhere he's played. And last night, if there was a right fielder that had some plays, I'm telling you what, he was all over right field last night. And this is a tough play right here. Line drive. Kind of going to a half dive, but you don't know whether that ball is going to dive on you or what. But he snatches it and clearly makes a nice play.
With 1 out and the base is empty. Miller, the shortstop, at 2:05. 6 homers, 19 runs batted in. Giving up 4 runs, 3 earned in his last outing, and 6 1/3. That was at Oakland. Falling behind here, 3-0.
Everything has been a struggle for him. It has. Even when he has a good outing, he has to get out of some jams. A lot of guys on base. You know, early on he would walk a lot of guys, but he's gotten better over the course of the last 7 or 8 starts. Problem with him has been the long ball. 14 long balls.
5-2 in his career against the Mariners. 3-1 here at Safeco Field. Full count now. All 4, and there's a walk allowed by Peavy. His second of the outing comes with 1 out here in the inning. Want to see the Red Sox in the 2014 All-Star Game and get your specially priced ticket to a July Red Sox home game? Then go to redsox.com/vote anytime between now and July 3rd. Vote Red Sox and receive the opportunity to purchase a specially priced $20 ticket. 1 out, 1 on. John Buck, DH tonight and catcher here for the Mariners as well. The veteran who's been well traveled.
It was a nice little cutter there by Peavy. It tells you something about this Mariner offense. You talk, here's the slider down and away, cutter, whatever. Your DH batting 9th. You know, that doesn't happen very often. Although he's taken Peavy deep. He's 3 for 9 off of Peavy lifetime.
He started 20 games behind the dish this year for the M's. 10-10 in the starts that he has made. Signed by the Mariners as a free agent in January this last offseason. Most of his career spent in Kansas City with the Royals, a team that he broke into the big leagues with in 2004. Fastball runs right in on him.
I was talking to AJ on the plane about when he catches Peavy, because Peavy can't see very well. I was saying, what are you touching everything for? What is it? Am I missing something? You know, what are the signs? And I think that's nothing. Whatever he's touching doesn't mean anything. You see all the touches?
So that means nothing.
I don't know. I mean, then what is it? First sign? I don't know. Why the touches?
I thought that perhaps the stuff up top was more important than the stuff that he was showing the signs below because you couldn't see him.
Right.
So the stuff on top really
I thought
meant
if you
something.
touch your mask, that's a slider or a fastball, whatever it is.
I don't know if they're going by a count system or
I don't like that.
touches.
The
I don't
first
know.
line, last line. That's as
you
far as
want.
I want to go.
Foul tip, and Brzezinski holds on to it for strike 3. Second strikeout for Jake Peavy.
Well, you see him, you can hear him grunt. Fastball middle up, little foul tip into the glove. I tell you, you can hear him grunt, and the glove is popping. I mean, it makes everybody seem like they're bringing it from up here.
Two down, Miller at first base, and Chavez singled and scored in the first.
He's got that run on his fastball, runs right off the plate if he throws it outside. If he tries to throw that fastball into a left-hander, he's got to start it way inside. You want to leave that one out over the plate. That little tail will get you hurt.
Right at the top of the zone that time, 1-1.
And he's really not trying to throw the ball up top like that. It's got to be a changeup. There it is.
And down and away with it, 2-1.
It's not tempting enough. The ball starts a ball and ends up way outside.
Chavez spent the first 37 games of the year in the minor leagues at AAA Tacoma. He was called up here by the Mariners with all the injuries they have endured. 2-2.
This one catches the corner. This isn't really good gas. I mean, 87 is very mediocre to say the least, but it's right on the corner. He grunts and makes it seems like he's throwing 95.
It sounds good,
doesn't it?
So Smith's full count. Ackley lined out to right. Miller walked. John Buck struck out. So 2 down. Miller at first base. Down the right field line. This could be trouble. It'll be a fair ball into the corner. Miller around third base will score. Andy Chavez heading for third base. His second triple in the last 2 games. And a 3-0 Seattle lead.
Andy Chavez is wearing out the Red Sox. He wore out Lackey last night, and he's gotten another triple tonight off of Peavy. Peavy tries to throw him a changeup, a high changeup. He has him out front, but the ball's up. Nobody's home over there. They're not playing him to pull. It's a long run for Holt. Endy can run a little bit. That's a stand-up triple right there.
Chavez at third base, and now a pitch for a strike over the inside corner to James Jones. At the lip of the grass at third is Bogarts. Jones will foul it back. Well, did you catch last weekend's episode of Charlie Moore Outdoors with New Hampshire native Sam Fold? If not, there's nothing to worry about. An encore presentation is on tomorrow night at 8 as the summer of fun is underway. Jake Peavy allowing 2 in the first, so far a run here in the second. Up and away for ball 1. The Red Sox have Felix Doubront available in the bullpen tonight, beginning tonight. He is available out there tonight and likely over the weekend in New York as well. John Farrell talked about that before the game today. And the reason I bring that up is you got a guy that should be running into trouble. You do have a long guy tonight that you didn't have last night. Right,
exactly. Capuano going, 3 innings last night?
Yes.
You wouldn't have somebody like that. So he will be available. At some point, though, they're talking about him starting against Chicago back home. But
it'll be very interesting here in some of these moves that begin tomorrow night, really, with Buchholz being activated for the start tomorrow.
You hate to speculate because the move is going to be made tomorrow. Something's going to happen tomorrow to bring Buchholz. But everybody loves Ruby De La Rosa. It's like he's throwing so good, you don't want to let him go. You know that Workman is coming back, and you want him to pitch. There's only so many spots. You know how many starters they got? 7 starters if you count Doubront, right? And Buchholz, you got 7. You only need 5. I mean, somebody's got to go. I know what I think is going to happen, but I'm not going to say anything because I might be wrong.
Do you have inside information?
I do not.
This would just be purely a guess.
Yes.
2-2 pitch. It's kind of like it'd be like a hypothesis, an educated guess.
Like my educated cheese.
You had educated cheese when you pitched at the end of your career.
Yeah, I had that, but I don't know about this. I need somebody to tell me that knows what's going on. Those reporters, man, they know what's going on. We don't. We should have this information, right? We get down in that clubhouse. Nobody tells us nothing. Huh?
You got to dig, my friend.
Yeah, you got to.
Strike 3. So Peavy strikes out Jones, but a run for the Mariners. Seattle on top 3-0. We'll get you a view when we come back. On top of the Red Sox, they get 2 in the first, 1 in the second to the Mariners, and Red Sox have work to do as Dustin Pedroia takes strike 1. Erasmo Ramirez, much easier second inning than his first. He walked the bases loaded, but get out of it. And a ground out by A.J. Pierzynski. Red Sox have left 4 men on base the first 2 innings, and a diving play at first base by Logan Morrison. He is doing it all for the Mariners right now. Nice catch.
It wasn't exactly pretty, but he got the job done. He kind of stumbling a little bit right there, but playing him in the right position, way off the line. This is Pedroia's hack right here. This is a base hit any other time. You see him off the line over there, stumbles a little bit, reaches out. Nice play. Full extension, nicely done. Ooh.
So one down here in the third inning. David Ortiz as the Mariners go into the shift. Takes ball one outside.
Now that's a shift that they want to do all the time. Last time they couldn't do it. Saw Cano at the infield grass before. Take that bullet away.
Logan Morrison at first baseman filling in for Justin Smoke. While he's on the DL and doing a pretty good job filling in for Smoke at first base. There's a strike, 2-1.
Logan Morrison keeps going bridge. He's going to be.
He'll be the guy.
He'll be the man.
Jack Zarenzik, the general manager of the Seattle Mariners.
He's got to make it happen this year. I mean, to me, he's been on thin ice for a couple of years. Then he goes out and spends $250 on Cano.
David Ortiz will take the walk down to first base. Change managers, of course. Eric Wedge leaving. Ward McClendon coming in.
I mean, they've spent money here. I mean, they're not cheap. I mean, they spend money. They want to on the top 10 payroll. And it's not like they're a small market not spending anything. And they're trying to win here. And they've got a nice club. This is a sleeper club. I really believe this is a sleeper club. They still need some offense. They've got some guys hurt, but they can use a big bat. Who couldn't use a big bat?
We're talking about a team that has not been to the postseason, though, since 2001.
Oof.
So it has been a while here in Seattle as Zunino headed out to talk to Ramirez.
You know, I said last night that, they moved the fences in to help, their offense. And I said, well, it didn't work because they didn't win. But it did work because they were second in the big leagues last year in home runs. And doesn't that surprise you?
It does.
It really does. Silently, they hit a ton of home runs. I bet you they hit a bunch of solos. You remember they had the old guy, the 42-year-old guy that went. Ibanez hit hit like 29, whatever.
He was just released, I think, by the Angels.
But he was set records for home runs for a guy that age.
Napoli will take the strike, 2-1. They have only one playoff series victory in history, 1995. That's the Yankees. Down 0-2 in New York, then won 3 straight here in Seattle. Napoli fouls this one off himself down to third base. Fans, there are still 84 games left in the Red Sox season. Make sure you know what channel to watch by downloading the 2014 Red Sox season schedule. Visit NESN.com/schedule now.
That playoff win, I remember that playoff win. Edgar Martinez hit a double down the line and Griffey Jr. scored. That Kingdome was loud, man. It got so loud. Jack McDowell was on the mound. I don't know why I remember this stuff, but it's true.
You remember a lot of things.
Yeah. I'm not even a Mariners fan, and I remember that.
You remember today as we were walking in that Alvin Davis had taken you deep.
And you just remembered I said that.
Yeah.
You like that. You said,
who's good.
You said, who's that guy?
Who was that guy? Because they have these great pictures of all the former Mariners. This is to left field. Down the line, Ackley on the run. Dives and makes the catch down the left field line.
What a play.
Justin Ackley making the grab. 2 down.
This is a converted second baseman making a play like this. I thought this ball was hit harder, but he went into a dive on his knees. Look at this. He was finished on the ground, reaches out and makes the catch. This is a double trouble down the line. I don't know if Ortiz would have scored, but what a great, great play. What's going on here?
They challenge it. We'll see.
Did the ball come out?
We'll get another look at it as John Farrell is going out to talk to Jeff Kellogg, the crew chief.
All you can think of, the ball came out at the end, but look at this effort. in the glove.
Let's see.
It came out. It came out. We didn't get a shot of that.
Nope. Blocked by the glove there, but you see it does come out.
Now,
question is, how long did he have it? Did he have control of it?
And if he didn't have control of it, you'd probably just give him a double second and third right here.
So the two things really that would be challenged is whether or not he caught it and then the placement of the runners if he did not catch it.
He had it for a while, but he didn't have it the whole time.
Keep in mind the shots we are seeing are in slow motion. Napoli is, I don't know if he's still hurting from the foul ball that got him, but he is being attended to also with the trainer Brad Pearson out there checking on Napoli while we wait.
What a huge play if he didn't hold on. It's funny, they're not showing it in-house.
No, they usually do in a lot of places, not doing it here. We'll get another look at the play that they are challenging, that he did not catch this.
He was already on the ground when he finally caught this ball. You see, it comes out of his glove in foul territory. But obviously it's a fair ball. That came out of his glove. How long do you have to hold on to it? I think that's a double.
So that's the thing, too, is we're watching in slow motion, too, so it slows everything down, so it looks like he had the ball longer than he maybe did. And they've got to determine that. It's not going to be an easy call. The call again on the field is that he caught it. Get a different angle.
I don't think the umpire at first sight saw him lose this ball. Everybody was so impressed with the catch, don't you think?
It's out.
It's out.
It's rolling out.
Everybody's in such awe of the catch.
This has got to be a double, second and third.
Yes.
So we'll see here. They look like they have come to some determination. And it is. Well, they're going to put him second and third. He's pointing towards first base. So they're going to put him first and second?
What is
Give
that?
him a single on that? I don't know.
No.
That's what they're going to do. They're going to put Ortiz at second and Napoli at first.
I don't know what McClendon's worried. Upset about that.
You cannot argue this.
I'll take that.
You cannot argue this. This is not arguable.
He should be happy that they didn't put him on second and third. Come on.
Ackley's not going to get up and fire and get him at second.
He's on his belly.
And he's also down in the left field corner by the 331 marker.
Ortiz isn't fast, but this is ridiculous. What's he arguing?
Kellogg explaining the situation, was ruled him out, but
you got to be thrilled that they keep Ortiz at second base.
he's technically he's not allowed to come out after the challenge has been handed down, the ruling.
Well, you think about it, Ortiz couldn't just take off because he had to make sure he either caught it or missed it. So, if he had gotten up to go pick up that ball and thrown it to third base, there could have been a play there. But I just don't know what he's arguing about. What explanation does he really need? No one saw it, but from the other behind the angle, you can't see that unless you're out there in left field. That's why they call it a catch to begin with.
Let's see where the throw goes when it comes back in.
Right.
Again. Now the umpire is going to get together here, and they're going to check something else out. I think the throw went into second base, and if it is an active, so this is really going to get tricky because if it's an active ball, then there was a throw out at second base. Let's see this again. See where he throws when he gets up.
Yes.
So that would have been a force out if he touches the bag. Does he touch the bag? No. Never does.
No. We didn't see the finish of that, if he did or not.
No. If he touches the bag, it's a force out done. But it's before the review. What do you do?
This is crazy.
You follow what I'm saying, though?
Not really.
Okay.
Okay.
Ball drops in left field. It's not an out. He
Okay.
throws to second base. Ortiz is going to second, but he's not there yet.
Ortiz is on his way back. I forgot he went back.
He went back.
Okay.
So he would be forced out at second base.
There you go.
Napoli would be at first.
Okay.
So that's maybe what
So that's what he
saying.
wants. Yes.
He threw him from left field to second base. He may overturn it, but
Did
that was before the
Cano
review.
touch the bag?
That's what we don't know. He doesn't look like he does there, but I think McClendon thinks he did.
So now they got to go to the film to
Now
see
they
if he
gotta check
touched the
it.
bag. I don't think he touched the bag.
Not that we saw.
Because he thought it was a catch. Cano, he didn't care less about touching second base.
He throws back in again.
When's he going to touch this base? Would you touch this base or what? He didn't touch
He
it.
never touched it.
He never touched it. I don't know if anyway.
Now-
There he
oh,
goes.
now he is.
Hey, hello.
He does touch it.
Okay, then.
So then he did touch it.
Thank you.
But they're going to keep him where they're at.
Okay.
So now they're going to explain this to Lloyd McClendon why.
This is too difficult for me. This hurts my brain.
So which comes first is my question, I guess, on this. You know,
I don't know.
So as it turns out, first and second, 2 down.
But there's only one out.
Right, only one out.
Only one out.
First and second with 1 out. Now to the batter. It's a fly ball down the left field line. Ackley over again. Won't have a play though. It's into the seats.
That would have been a tremendous catch. I mean, really. I was thinking, oh my, I was so into the catch that I didn't even think about it. He could dropped it. But you know something? He got up and threw it, so he knew.
Right. So he knew he dropped it.
Yes, he did.
Fires to second base, hoping to get the out there. And then they challenge it.
And Cano
Catch is overturned, but then that is not overturned.
Right. And then Cano took forever to touch second base. Somebody told him to. What an ugly changeup right there. Up in the zone. Just ugly. You can't even swing at it. And it's a strike. That's the problem they have. Where do you put the runners when something like that happens?
Well, that's another thing. You got to figure out where you're going to place them. So 2 on and 2 out. Fielder James Jones over towards right center. Good sized gap out there in left center. So left field and foul again. Jay Przinsky waiting on deck. Ortiz at second, Napoli at first, and Nava battling here, down 1-2. Popped up left side. Seager in foul ground. 2 down.
This was a good changeup this time. He likes to get left-handed hitters out with that changeup.
First and second, 2 down. A.J. Pierzynski grounded out to second base with the bases loaded in the first inning.
AJ's due for a long one.
And it takes ball 1. Jumps ahead here, 2-0. Average for Pierzynski to start the night at 255. That's a fly ball to right field. Play ball for Chavez. Makes the catch that ends the inning. The Red Sox strand the pair. Mariners have a 3-0 lead. Three 0. The Mariners have the lead over the Red Sox. We head here to the bottom of the third inning. Robinson Cano, Kyle Seager, and Logan Morrison to face Jake Peavy. And jammed is Cano. Pops it up left side. Bogarts. A little stagger, but he makes the catch for the first out here at the bottom of the third inning. My view tonight is of what I think is one of the best booths in the major leagues, Zach, right here in Seattle. You come through the door, you got this area in the back, kind of a green room area if you want to hang out there. And then you come along here, they have the area to put our coats, which is always good. And then they have all the announcers that have been in already this season. And all the broadcasters have worked here this year. Ours will be on there once we leave. And then Eck, hard at work today, early this afternoon as we came in. And then this spacious booth that you have with a great vantage point looking out to center field. So I think it's one of the best.
I do too. You can breathe.
Roomy, lots of space.
I like it. I have a bunch of room.
Put your own monitor over there. You got water. You're all set. Everything you need is here.
Right. I get overwhelmed when everything's all in front of me.
Tight.
Yes.
You need your space.
Yes.
Your X space, and you've got it here in Seattle. And Kyle Seager triple or doubled his first time up and drove in a run, picking up his 50th RBI of the year. Third baseman for the M's. Did he go? No. Check with Jeff Kellogg, third base umpire. Also get the area in the back you can hang out here. That's good too. Nice little space.
The restroom's close by.
Yes, everything's close.
Dash in a heartbeat.
Tight to Seager.
Peavy's just working hard. It just seems like he's working hard. Every start, it's been difficult. It hasn't been a breeze for him.
Fly ball to left at Nava. Puts it away, 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Well, you've seen my videos. We'd like to see your videos on the broadcast. Text keyword on TV to 536-536 and get the link NESN.com/OnTV to get it started. Hopefully you'll send in your videos wherever you are tonight. Watching Red Sox baseball. 2 down here in the 3rd inning. Logan Morrison with a sac fly in the 1st inning. Picked up his 10th RBI in the Mariners uniform. Tries a bunt bid. Peavy is diving. From one knee, his throw will be late. Just a little stumble, and Logan Morrison's got a bunt base hit.
I think Peavy panicked a little bit. You know, that bunt wasn't a great bunt, and he pounced on it. I was saying, what is he bunting for? Hello, everybody's playing on the pull. And Peavy's there in plenty of time, but he just sort of collapsed. You know, look at it. He can't get up. Can't get anything on it. That's going to happen more. You're going to see more of that. I mean, I was watching them before the game. They were all bunting. The whole team. I've never seen a whole team bunting before.
Not this day and age.
No.
That's Zunino. We'll take ball 1. Zunino struck out looking in the 1st inning. 1 of 3 strikeouts tonight for Jake Peavy.
This guy does not get cheated. He swings hard. Throw him a little breaking ball down and away. He'll pull off.
Fly ball to left field, sending Nava drifting back.
Oof.
Room out there in this big yard. We head to the 4th inning, 3-0 Seattle. Care about your community. Eastern Bank is committed to putting you first. Learn all the ways Eastern Bank puts you first at easternbank.com. Beautiful city of Seattle, Washington, as the Red Sox and Seattle Mariners play game 2 of this 3-game series. And Mariners took the first game last night. They had 2 runs tonight in the 1st inning, a run in the 2nd, and lead it 3-0 as Boston comes to bat here in the 4th. Xander Bogaerts taking ball 1. Bogaerts, Drew, and Bradley Jr. Jake Peavy, 56 pitches through the first 3 innings. Bounce in for ball 2.
This Ramirez has thrown 68 pitches, 50-50. 34 strikes, 34 balls. That's what you call getting away with murder.
He has walked 4 so far. MLB.TV Premium, the #1 live streaming sports service, celebrating 12 years. Join the millions of subscribers. Watch every out-of-market game live and in true HD on over 400 devices. Visit RedSox.com for details. Liner to center field and a base hit for Xander Bogaerts. Let's set it down to Jamie Erdahl.
Don, Johnny Gomes, David Ross, Clay Buchholz spent their morning before the game. They drove 45 minutes north of Seattle to the Joint Base Lewis McChord to visit special group of Red Sox fans, the 1st Special Forces Group, Airborne and Green Berets. This group just returned from Afghanistan in October. They are a huge Red Sox fan. They signed a picture of these guys in Afghanistan to give to Johnny Gomes and the rest of the Red Sox, and they are also here tonight. I'm telling you, those 3 were very pumped about the way they spent their time before today's game.
Yeah, good experience for those guys today. And
I think that's awesome. I really do. And Johnny Gomes probably had a lot to do with that.
Red Sox have the lead runner on here in the 4th inning. Stephen Drew ahead in the count 1-0. And pops it up into right center field. Center fielder James Jones calling and makes the catch, 1 down.
Making Drew chase that high fastball. Can't get on top of it.
Jackie Bradley Jr. single to right fielder's first time up. So one of the 3 Red Sox hits tonight, joining Napoli and Bogaerts. Red Sox have left 6 men on base through the first 3 innings. So another case where they needed a timely hit and not been able to get it so far tonight.
That's happened so much, especially the bases loaded, nobody, not nobody out, but they didn't get anybody in with 3 walks. It's just the way when somebody walks 3 guys, he doesn't deserve to get out of it. He just doesn't deserve it. And the Red Sox have let guys off the hook all year.
Dancing out of the way is Bradley.
I mean, once again, he's all over the place, almost drills him in the knee. Hasn't got the greatest of control, but hasn't given up a run, and he's in the 4th inning.
Still an even split, 37 balls, 37 strikes. That's a strike.
He just laid that ball in there.
Ground ball to first base. Morrison's going to go to second and get the force out there. He had to hurry. That was going to be a close play, and he got it there in time. Force out Bogaerts for the second out of the inning.
That play took a long time to develop. You see him go and get this thing on the big hop. He looks like he acts like he has all day. They better hurry up. Gets the force at second. No way they can turn 2.
So 2 down. Bradley at first base, and Brock Holt gets his 3rd look tonight at Erasmo Ramirez. Fouled out to third base in the first, flied out to left in the second. Bounce in for ball 1. Breaking the big leagues in 2012. Last year 5-3, 13 starts. Two different stints in the big leagues this year with the Mariners. Four-year-old. High fly ball for Brock Holt to deep right field. At the wall, it is gone. 2-run home run for Brock Holt. Red Sox right back in it again. second home run of the year for Brock Holt.
And Holt is not going to let him get away with a fastball like that. You see the power. We have not seen him hit a ball this far. He's got a home run earlier in the season, but this is a bolt by Brock Holt. Look at this. Fastball up middle. I mean, he just loses this ball. You see the kind of power this kid's got. This ball is way back. Get back in this game.
Well, one-run game. Red Sox with a two-run shot from Brock Holt. Well, Dustin Pedroia. He will take ball one. Pedroia walked in the first inning, lined out to first in the third. And first earned runs allowed in the last 20 and a third innings for Ramirez. As he went out of that bases loaded jam in the first inning, but Holt gets to him here in the fourth.
That is a big fly.
Swing and a miss. Pedroia strikes out to end the inning. Two-run home run for Brock Holt brings the Red Sox back within a run. It's 3-2 Seattle. Brock Holt's two-run home run has the Red Sox right back in it again. Seattle with a 3-2 lead into the bottom of the fourth inning. Dustin Ackley is leading it off and taking a pitch in the dirt to even the count at 1-1. Ackley, Miller, and Buck expected here in the fourth inning.
Jake's got to put up a goose egg after those two runs scored.
Giving up two in the first, one in the second. To give up a bunt single with two outs in the third before getting Mike Zunino to fly out to left field. Sharply hit on the ground and picked by Pedroia nicely. Off to his left, and he throws out Ackley. Eastern Bank knows small business keeps our economy and community strong. That's why they've been named the #1 SBA lender in Massachusetts 5 years in a row. Eastern Bank, here you're first. Look at Safeco Field from the water. As Brad Miller stands in with one out here in the fourth inning. Walked and scored in the second inning. On the left field line, Nava was playing deep and moves over to make the catch on the run towards the line. 2 down. His ticket, the official Red Sox ticket partner, has the best seats at the lowest prices to all the games at Fenway. All the 200% guarantee. Right now, Ace Ticket has special savings on all Red Sox games. Treat yourself or someone special. Visit Ace Ticket or call 1-800-MY-SEATS. 2 down here in the 4th inning for John Buck. Buck struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. A foul tip.
Peavy's got his pitch count back in order. 62 pitches. You didn't think that was going to be like that the first couple innings.
John Buck last year splitting time between the New York Mets and Pittsburgh. Most of the season spent in New York with the Mets. 101 games, in fact, with New York. 9 games with the Pirates. Time with the Miami Marlins, Toronto for a season, but prior to that spending 6 seasons in Kansas City. Popped up, Pedroia from second base. Makes the catch, and Peavy has an 8-pitch 1-2-3 4th inning. Mariners have a 3-2 lead. Ramirez brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers. On his 4 hits, 2 runs. He's walked 4, struck out 2. And David Ortiz hits one in the air to right field. Andy Chavez will have room out there, shy of the track. And make the catch for the first out of the 5th inning. David just getting underneath it.
Boy, got away with a changeup right there. He just got underneath it. Or that ball be in the second deck, if there is such a thing here.
Joe Beimel up in the pen.
That second deck is like way up there.
Yeah,
right?
It's back.
I mean, oof. Does anybody go up there? That's a long way.
I've not seen one hit up there. No, not the time that I've been here in Seattle.
That sign up there says hit it here. That's a long ways.
Mike Napoli takes a strike. Napoli has struck out and worked out to be a single after a challenge play by the Red Sox. It appeared initially that Ackley had made the catch down the left field line. And the call was overturned. This was the play down the left field line that the umpires felt Ackley had made the catch, but after the video review, clearly it does come out of the glove.
At first thought, I thought this was a spectacular catch, but obviously Ackley knew he didn't catch it, threw it back to Cano.
And Napoli's got his second hit. He's sitting to center field with one out here in the fifth inning. So one out, one on, and Daniel Nava coming up. Nava has walked and popped out to third base. Ground ball foul outside of first. Signs from Brian Butterfield for Mike Napoli at first base. Daniel Nava at the plate. One and one. Osmo Ramirez coming in with a record of 1 and 4, 4.62 earned run average. 11th start of the year for the right-hander.
Make a change up.
First pitch, but called the ball. Osmo Ramirez wanted it. Inside. And now headed out is Zunino. Well, the Cardiovascular Institute at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center invites you to join the club, the Walking Club. There's free tools and tips to get you and your family walking towards better health. More at bidmc.org/walking.
You think they'd have somebody going on in the bullpen?
Joe Beimel is up. And ready to go.
This could be his last hitter.
On the corner for a strike, full count. Ball four, Nava down to first base. Second time he has walked tonight. That is the fifth walk given up by Ramirez. It's time for a Toyota game break with Adam Pellerin. Adam? All right, Adam, thanks very much. Back here in Seattle, where Lloyd McClendon is making the walk to the mound and making the change with one out here in the fifth inning. We're back with a new Mariners pitcher after this. Tweet your photo to hashtag #NESSONFanPhoto for a chance to be shown on our broadcast. Brought to you by AT&T. Tonight's fan photo is from Corrine C., whose sons are watching the Sox game from inside the Green Monster. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by your local New England Ford dealers. Joe Beimel comes into the game for the M's. 27th appearance for Beimel, 1-1 with a 1.54 earned run average. 13 strikeouts in 23 and a third innings, and opponents hitting at .253. Pitch in there for strike one to A.J. Pierzynski.
He's done a nice job this year with runners stranded, 11 out of 13, so he's been here before.
And A.J. has already left 5 men on base, 0 for 2 in this game. And up with the bases loaded in the first inning. And with 2 on in the third. And it's 0 for 2 in this game. Did he go? No. They check with Jeff Kellogg.
Both throws in a good spot, down and away from A.J.
Signed by the Mariners as a Major League free agent in January. And one fouled off to the left.
Ball up, late swing.
Beimel is part of what is a very good Mariners bullpen.
They lead the American League.
Wade McClendon not afraid to get into the pen in the 5th inning after Rasmus Ramirez throws 93 pitches and ends up walking 5, a season high 5. Responsible for the 2 men on. Pierzynski strikes out. 2 down in the 5th inning.
3 fastballs and a slider down and away, way out of the zone. Little lunge, off balance, flat footed, whatever.
Two on, 2 down. Xander Bogaerts, the ringing single his last time up, 1 for 2 in the game.
This is where we need a big hit by Bogaerts, help his confidence.
Takes strike one right at the bottom of the zone.
Beimel, he's been around the block. I remember he was with the Dodgers several years ago.
A strike now to Bogaerts. And Beimel breaking into the big leagues as, remember, the Pittsburgh Pirates in 2001. Time in Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, the Dodgers.
What year was he in the Dodgers?
Dodgers from 2006 through 2008. And Washington, Colorado for 2 years, back to Pittsburgh.
Man, those left-handers travel.
Strike 2, and it's 1-2.
He gives him that low paint. There's 2 strikes down there. Ball's down and in. There's a gift. Gonna force him to swing at that ball down there.
Bogaerts on the ground left side, deep short. Miller goes to second, and it is just in time. And I thought he might have beaten it, but the throw eventually forces him there to end the inning, and the Red Sox have another opportunity to go by the boards here in the 5th. They trail 3-2, and John Farrell not coming out here for the Red Sox to challenge his play at second base. So we are halfway through this one. 3-2 Seattle. Bottom of the fifth inning, and the top of the order for the Mariners. Endy Chavez has had a great series against Boston, and now tries a bunt, perfectly laid down towards second base. So Pedroia can't handle it. Chavez is on again, third time tonight. The key is to get it by the mound, and he did there. Well, the drag bunt headed down to first base.
Well, he smoked that bunt. He got it by Peavy. Peavy once again diving. Normally this ball's bunted too hard because you see the dive by Peavy. He can't get there, and Pedroia can't make the play. The ball comes up on him. That would have been a backward toss by Pedroia as far in as he was.
So the bunt single for Chavez. He's 3 for 3 in the game. 2 singles now and a triple. There's James Jones. Kosinski hopped up like he was going to fire first, but did not.
Boy, Peavy been all over the place. Diving here, diving there.
Doing whatever it takes.
Meanwhile, 2 bunt singles on the night.
And one for Logan Morrison in the third. It's up and away, and Peavy upset with himself.
He's got to get it together right now. 2-0 and make something happen here. Sinker down and away.
Shot to first. Napoli will go to second for one. Peavy's covering for it. No, they said he missed it. Throw was there, but was Peavy's foot on the bag. And they do get the lead runner in Chavez. He's not arguing, so apparently he knew.
Yeah, James Jones, I thought he beat it. Now, whether or not his foot was on the bag or not, I thought he beat it. It was a close play, bang, bang. But Jones, he can get down the line here. Good play by Peavy to get there in a hurry so he can set up to take the throw. You see the throw, and he is close play.
John Farrell at the top step of the dugout, coming out now.
That's bang bang there.
So he's going to challenge again. Another challenge tonight.
Might as well, because the guy on first base can fly. He's going to try to steal a bag. Is it in his glove because he's on the base? It's, wow, that is really close.
Yeah, and that's that old, is it in the back of the glove thing that they've been talking about?
Right. They called him safe, so.
It may be tough to overturn.
Right. It's not clear enough. Peavy not being a first baseman kind of doesn't really get out there to get it. I mean, for him to even get there and stretch, you see the white, it's in the back of the glove. That's as close as it gets. Wouldn't surprise me either way.
Yeah, it's
but
close.
Because
really
they called him safe, you'd think they wouldn't change it.
And the conversation goes on here.
Because the longer it goes, the more that they're not going to overturn it. But once again, that's a double play ball like last night with Lackey, right? That he didn't go over and cover. But did you see Peavy? Man, he was there, ready. I mean, you got to hustle to get over there to take that throw and be able to stretch, what you need to do to get a fast runner out. I'm telling you, the longer it goes, the more they're not going to overturn it.
Get another look at it while they talk with New York.
What do you think, Don?
It's in the glove, but he's also on the bag. It's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, for them to overturn it, right?
There, and is he on the bag is the question right there.
He gets to stretch a little bit more. And you let that ball come to him.
And let's see what they're going to do here. Looks like they have come to a decision. And he's safe.
Told you.
So they did not overturn it. Challenge lost there by the Red Sox, and James Jones at first base.
Inconclusive.
So now you got Robinson Cano coming up with Jones at first and one out.
You got to keep Jones close.
He goes over right away to check on him.
Absolutely.
So Jones reaching on the fielder's choice at first base with one out.
He's only been thrown out one time, 12 steals. Let's try to hurry up your delivery to the plate with this guy at the plate.
Over again, and Jones back to the bag. Off to the left, out of play. But tomorrow on NESN Live, Sarah Davis and Elle Duncan will preview Game 3 of the Sox-Mariners series, recap the NHL awards, and much more. That's NESN Live tomorrow at 5:30. Oh, and a strike here to Robinson Cano. Speedy James Jones on at first base. Mariners holding a one-run lead as they bat here in the fifth. Check, and Jones diving back again.
Those are like throws to the plate. They should be added to his pitch count.
Yes.
He's firing it over there.
Throwing hard.
Isn't it amazing why so many signs to a guy who doesn't see very well? It's amazing, isn't it? I mean, before we were thinking that somebody was cheating. I don't know whether it was in Cleveland or whatever. And I thought that was part of it.
Fired over there again.
Yeah.
Toronto and Cleveland. Both times they've changed up signs.
So I can understand that. But
on the ground and through into right field, a base hit. From first to third goes Jones as the throw goes into second base. First and third with one away here in the fifth for the Mariners. Let's check back in with Jamie.
Don, it was this road trip last season for the Red Sox, July 10th, 2013, that Brandon Workman made his MLB debut in 2 innings of relief facing the Mariners. He struck out 4, gave up 3 runs, but he was remembering facing his first batter for me this afternoon. He said, I got him to a full count, and I told myself I will not walk this guy. Instead, he gave up a solo home run, but obviously he went on to have a very successful debut season for the Red Sox. He tells me he doesn't feel like a very different pitcher now, just a lot less nervous as he prepares for his starts. And again, Don, he is available to the Red Sox again after serving that 6-game suspension now today.
All right, Jamie, thanks very much. First and third with 1 out, Kyle Seager, the batter. Outfield set up straight away here as dancing down the line at third is Jones. He's a foul straight back.
try to get that ball in on Seager. He's just looking for a fly ball. You know how many times I said I'm not going to walk this guy, and they juice me, and he juiced me? About 350 times. He'll get over it. It's a long career.
Seager hits one high and deep to right, down the line towards the pole, and it is gone. A 3-run home run. Kyle Seager hits his 11th of the year, and the Mariners take a 6-2 lead.
I tell you, you try to mess around down and in with a little cutter. This guy's been trying to yank. Oh my goodness, this ball's crushed. This kid is clutch. You see the ball spinning. It didn't bite enough, and he got all of it. It's just whether it was fair or foul, and this ball is fair off of the glass. Looking to go get this ball down and in. Big part of the bat extension. You hope he pulls it.
So a 3-run home run for Kyle Seager.
Seager and Cano have been clutch for these guys all year long. This is a guy that nobody really knows about, Seager. This is a good player. He's been a good player for about 3 years now. Man, that is damage right there.
15 home runs allowed by Jake Peavy this year. Throws one down and in to Logan Morrison.
Boy, he wore out his arm trying to throw over to try to hold Jones on close, and that's a big play as it turns out. He didn't overturn that double play ball.
Pitching line brought to you by Ace Ticket. 4 1/3, 7 hits, 6 runs now. He's walked 2, struck out 3. Line foul into the seats.
I mean, he's got to be careful in there. He hasn't got enough hair to get by them. These guys are yankers. You saw last night they were just airing it out. You know, his problem, he's given up home runs, this being the 15th, but most of them were solos. That one is a backbreaker. Those 3-run bombs, it's hard to overcome.
Two is going to miss. Action in the pen. We were told Felix Gibran available tonight in the Red Sox pen, and there he is. Red Sox now trailing by 4 runs. Mariners still batting with 1 out here in the 5th. And a ground ball foul. Do it again.
You know, Jake doesn't have the stuff to have a lot of swing and misses. He just doesn't. He's got to paint. He works. I mean, he's in, he's out, he's trying. I mean, he's grunting, he's doing it, but it's just not happening.
Rolled off to the left, back into the seats. Pitch of the at bat for Morrison. Fouls it back to the screen. Jones reaching on the fielder's choice. Cano with a single to right, then the big 3-run home run. Kyle Seager has given the Mariners some more room. In the air to shallow left. Bogart's going out. Nava coming in. Nava makes the catch for the 2nd out. Morrison retired. Like we heard, the Mariners were having trouble scoring runs when we arrived here. Not so much in this series so far against Boston.
I mean, they're very aggressive hitters. You know, you coming in here, their on base was less than 300, so they don't walk a lot. And then, you know, we got a guy like Lackey that throws a lot of strikes, and they were swinging it. I mean, you catch a team at the wrong time. Trouble.
This is driven to left by Zunino, deep in fire, and this ball is gone. Zunino hits his 10th home run of the year, and the Mariners up their lead now to 7-2.
Tell you, Zunino swings so hard. He almost went deep last time up, went all the way to the wall. Fly ball to left last time up, but this fastball is middle, and he just leaves. This kid's got some pop. 10 home runs on the year.
A broken bat pop up right side of the infield off the bat of Ackley. Pedroia makes the catch. That ends the inning, but the damage has been done. A 4-run inning for the Mariners, who lead at 7-2. In the inning, and Seattle has a 7-2 lead. John Farrell tapping him on the leg. That is the night for Peavy. As the Red Sox trail by 5 runs, they come to bat here now in the 6th inning. Stephen Drew, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Brock Holt. There's a pop-up foul ground as Zunino gives chase, but it's back into the seats. Well, lung cancer is the #1 cancer killer of women. Donate to the American Lung Association at any CVS Pharmacy location. Now through June 29th. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox.
Yeah, the move of tonight has been Joe Meibel coming into this game, getting Ramirez out of the game.
Yep. Well, getting into that bullpen is not something that Lloyd McClendon is afraid of based on the numbers for the Mariners. A lot of teams you want to get in there, get the starter out, but the Mariners have pitched. Some of the best stuff is coming out of their pen.
Oh, absolutely. They got 4 guys that can bring it. We saw Leone last night, a young kid.
Yes. Ground ball right side, Cano. 1 down in the 6th inning. Well, the list tonight is the best cup of coffee. Dunkin' Donuts, Pete's, Starbucks, Tim Hortons. If you have a comment about tonight's list, tweet us at #NessonList.
You're a coffee guy. What's your favorite coffee? Seriously.
I like Dunkin' Donuts myself. Yes. Danny Farquhar is up in the pen. Drank a lot of Tim Hortons when I was traveling in the minor leagues in Canada. So there's a fly ball to center field. James Jones out there in center. Makes the catch, 2 down. Do you have coffee in the morning? Is that not part of your regimen?
No,
yeah.
I just do maybe cup and a half. That's it. Because I can't be drinking coffee late at night.
I mean, you're already a guy who's pretty wired. I can't imagine being any more wired than you are.
I'm not that bad though, right?
No, I mean, but you are.
There's wired, and then there's Derek Lowe wired.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I mean, I'm not that kind of wired.
No.
Right.
But you're pretty peppy all the time.
No, I'm ready.
Yes, you're ready.
It's baseball, man. Let's go. Let's bounce around.
Bounce around. Nope.
It's better to get to have a pulse, right? I mean, let's go.
Absolutely. 2 down here in the 6th inning as Holt takes pitch inside. Well, Brock Holt hit a 2-run home run in the 4th inning at the time. Red Sox were just a run back of the Mariners. This blast his 2nd home run of the year.
You know, that quick stroke like that went so far. This guy's something.
The count. In there for the strike, and it's 2-1. Sox culture for Brock Holt, an old Survivor favorite movie. Breaking Bad and New Girl. I have this Breaking Bad thing. I've got it ready to go. I watched the first season. I've heard great things about it. I've not seen it.
Yes.
It's happening for me. It's coming up here. I'm going to watch this entire thing.
Let me know.
Because I have some time on my hands. Certainly we're traveling.
Right.
So it's coming up for me.
What is it, Breaking Bad?
I don't know.
Who's in it?
I don't know.
Why are you so intrigued by it?
Because it's got great reviews over the years.
Oh, okay.
It's come to its conclusion. There are several seasons.
Seems like a simple guy. He likes a good steak. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-2 to Holt. Ball off at the dish. Still 2-2.
Amazing part. He's hitting 340 off of left-handed pitching. Now, if he can continue that, I mean, to me, that's not so much a shocker, but that's what makes you a legit star if you can do it off of left-handed pitching. Wade Boggs style.
So right center field on the run out there is Chavez, not going to get there. Back on the warning track, he'll run it down, but not before Brock Holt stands at second base with a double, a gapper out to right center.
Right on cue. There he is. I mean, this kid is special. See a breaking ball. He left it right there, but he's not budging. He just rifles this ball in the gap. Ball sounds great coming off of his bat. He's got to be feeling good, man. Hit a bomb way back and then a little gapper there.
18th multi-hit game for Buchholz, and Lloyd McClendon back out to the mound. And Pedroia coming up, runner at second base. He is going to make the change. So Joe Beimel goes an inning and retires the first two of the inning. Just a Dymo LM 160 label maker for just $9.99. Available exclusively at WB Mason with a special $9.99 price during June only. Act fast and buy now while supplies last. Who but WB Mason? 7-2 Mariners on top of Boston. 2 outs in the 6th. With Holt at second, Pedroia at the plate. And Danny Farquhar into the game. His 32nd appearance, 1-1. 3.00 earned run average, 33 innings. 36 strikeouts in those 33 innings. Opponent sitting at 226 against the right-hander. Joe Beimel departs responsible for Holt at second base. Another hard-throwing reliever here for the Mariners.
He had a nice year for him last year. Saved 16 games and punched out a bunch of guys. 79 punch-outs in like 55 innings last year. So it's continuing. It's just one of many arms they've got.
Zanino sliding to his right to gather that.
Got this curveball over the top. Curveball 12-6 to go along with that 93-94.
Fouled off to the right, 2-2. Foxwoods Resort Casino is the official resort casino and proud partner of the Boston Red Sox. 20,015 on hand tonight. 20-0-1-5 for game 2 of the 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Mariners. Bryant backs out. The count at 2-2. Fastball at 95 miles an hour was up and by him at 7-2 Mariners. 6th inning, and Felix Dubron coming in relief tonight. Available in the bullpen for the Red Sox this series, and John Farrell saying perhaps the next series as well. His 11th appearance to this point. Everything has been out of the rotation. 2-4 with a 5.19 earned run average, 15 a third, 35 strikeouts, 23 walks, and opponents hitting at 263 against Dubron. So in the bullpen tonight for the Red Sox, and now into this game. This has been a reliever for the Red Sox in the past, but been a starter for much longer now, the last couple of years.
Well, he came out, hadn't pitched in about a month, and then Josh Donaldson hit a 3-run bomb on him in the first inning. Then he looked okay for a few innings, but not real sharp. I mean, I don't know what we expected of him after a month. I mean, looking for velocity, looking for command, but like you said, he's done this before, and he's done this with under the bright lights in the postseason. So ultimately, you know that he wants to start, and I'm assuming they want him to start at some point too. But there's Ruby De La Rosa pitched so well that he's put himself into the mix, and obviously Workman is in the mix, and he's going to be in the rotation, and we can only guess what's going to happen. You know, with Buchholz coming back tomorrow, going forward, they have to make a move. Maybe there's a couple moves. Maybe there's a trade. Who knows?
It's exciting.
Yeah, bounce around. This club needs to bounce around. This club needs to make something happen. You can't stand pat.
So bounce in as Dubron takes the base of the hill there. 23rd career relief appearance for Dubron.
Wow, how about that?
Bounced that well in front of the plate.
I've never thrown a ball like that in my life.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I knew you were going to say that.
First pitch in Oakland the other day.
You're right. Well, when I was playing.
Yes. Strike 3 call as Brad Miller strikes out first out of the 6th inning. As Dubron strikes him out.
What are you supposed to do as a hitter? I mean, he throws a 55-footer, and then he paints you. Look at this. Breaking ball, a little cutter on the outside corner. Okay.
One down here in the 6th inning, and brings up John Buck. And struck out, popped out, 2 at bats.
You know, you feel badly, really, tonight for Peavy. You know, Peavy has pitched decently. You know, and you look at it. You just look at his starts. Nothing's been terrible, but all of a sudden he had a bad one tonight, and now it's going to look like he's really been terrible for a long time. You know, that 7 earned runs is going to pop that ERA probably to 5, and then it's going to just look ugly.
And the fact that he has not won since April the 25th.
I mean,
and all those starts in between.
Right.
Regular starts.
Another couple home runs.
So 2 down here in the 6th inning. Andy Chavez coming up. He has had some kind of series against the Red Sox. Big triple last night, a triple tonight, a single, 1 single, 3 hits, and an RBI in the game tonight.
You catch a team at the wrong time. I don't care who you're playing. This is the big leagues, and guys can hit. And you can look at the stats all you want, saying, well, they're only, second from the bottom in hitting. Meanwhile, they light you up for 10 a night. That's what happens. It's a long season. But this is not good for the Red Sox. They do not need this. They don't want to limp into New York.
Lost tonight. The Red Sox would drop to 1-5 in this West Coast road trip.
And that one win almost got away with them from them, with Uehara giving up 2 back-to-back. I mean, it was shocking the other day.
A 5-run lead in that game, 6-1 before they tied it up. 2-1 pitch. Fly ball out to right center field. Jackie Bradley Jr. gets there, and we have played 6 tonight from Safeco Field. 7-2 Mariners. David Ortiz, Mike Napoli, and Daniel Nava. And then for a strike, 1-1.
This guy's got a changeup too. I mean, 95, changeup, and a hook. I think he's a starting pitcher or something. 3 pitches. What's that?
Farquhar able to strike out Pedroia to end the 6th inning. Starts the 7th and jams David Ortiz. This is on the left field line, and Seager, the third base. Actually, it's Miller. Brad Miller, the shortstop, playing on the left side with the shift. Third baseman had moved to the right side, and Miller makes the catch for the first out of the 7th inning. Well, Saturday on Dining Playbook with Billy Costa and Jenny Johnson, catch up with Boston boys, the new kids on the block. And here's Sox pitcher Craig Breslow's 5 favorite restaurants in the city. Catch all that and more Saturday morning at 9 a.m. One down here in the 7th, and it brings up Mike Napoli.
I'd have a hard time thinking about 5 favorite restaurants in Boston. I don't go to Boston that much to begin with.
Because you give me 5 of your favorite restaurants outside of Boston, you may have a better chance.
Most of them always used to be steakhouses, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and then,
I'm all about steak.
So am I. Ruth's Chris I like. I really do. Ruth's Chris.
Yes, me too.
I like Capitol Grill, that sort of thing. Morton's, years ago I used to go to Morton's.
Yep. Steak,
the original Morton's in Chicago many years ago.
The first one.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty much it. Isn't
all
that exciting?
Steak all the time.
It's hard not to boil like that, but I try to not eat steak that much, but when I do, I do. And I do it right.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And you're not boiling.
I'm not boiling, but you got to work hard not to boil.
One out here in the 7th. 2-1 to Napoli. Fouled off to the right, out of play. We've been part of the Nesson running program the last 2 days.
Yes.
Running.
Isn't that nice?
Yes. On the treadmill again today.
I mean, it is hard to stay in shape on the road.
You're telling me.
I don't know how you do it. I really don't. How do you do it, Don? I didn't mean to say that, like you're not in shape. It's hard to stay in shape.
Right.
I
know you didn't mean to offend me.
Not at all. Okay. I saw you over there running, huh? It's impressive.
Working
hard.
You
beat me there today. You were there already.
Yes. I was there 2 hours before you were there. Ball 4 and down to first base goes Napoli. 3rd time he's been on base tonight. Well, tune in tonight after the game to Nesson Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank. Adam and Sarah will have highlights and reaction from tonight's Sox-Mariners game and a report from the NHL Awards in Las Vegas. See what know-how can do. That one on. Nava has walked twice in this game, and will take strike 1.
They're going to run some more arms in this game. Furbusher's out there, left-hander.
Bouncing in, but hanging out at first is Napoli. They get far away from Zunino.
They're going to find themselves a keeper with Zunino, huh?
Yes, pretty good.
10 dingers.
Down the left field line, falling fast and foul into the seats. We're trying to think of the catcher that was here a few years in between Dan Wilson. Kenji Jojima had been the catcher they had here for a couple of years. They thought was going to be very good. Never really worked out. Fouled back.
See, Nava been on base twice tonight with walks. This is a guy you got to get hot. We thought he was coming. Right? He started to swing the bat there for a while when he first came back.
Hit over 300 last year.
And that is a huge piece missing.
Lines it to right field, gets a base hit. Napoli heading for third base. The throw is going to go in that direction. It is cut off. Knocked down by the shortstop Miller, and it's first and third with one out.
There you go, Nava. Been on base 3 times. It's his first knock. A curveball. Leads it up, out, over. He rifles this ball into right field. And Chavez, he's trying to throw somebody out. Look at that throw. Cut off by Miller, offline.
Wade McClendon going to make another move here with runners at first and third and one out.
Oh, yeah.
He's had Charlie Furbush up in the bullpen. Looks like he'll be coming in. So we've seen Beimel and Farquhar so far, and London to make the change with the Mariners on top 7-2. The K-Cup packs will keep you running and guarantees to satisfy any fan base. Order by 11:30 a.m. and get free same-day delivery. Who but W.B. Mason? Now, some responses to the best cup of coffee. On the list, Dunkin' wins, but the best is Stumptown Coffee.
Wow.
Starbucks over Tim Hortons. Really, Don? Wow. Have you had Tim Hortons? Fantastic up in Canada when I was up there back in the day and traveling in the minor leagues, but Dunkin' Donuts still #1 for me.
Especially in New England.
Yes. This one is popped up. Foul ground. Seager made the catch on the backhand. Nice grab by Seager.
He just snuck over there and kept going and kept going and then he backhanded it. I thought he was going to give up on this. His little backhand reaches for it. He thought he ran out of room. Nice play. Where else is this an out? Obviously Oakland, right?
That's about it.
That's about it.
That's 2 down in the inning. Charlie Furbush able to get first man that he faces. Now he's got to deal with Xander Bogaerts. 1 for 3 in the game is Bogaerts. A single to center field in the 4th.
Red Sox need a big fly, get back in this thing. Yes, he did.
No, says DJ Rayburn.
Ooh.
33rd appearance for Furbush. 1-4 with a 3.97 earned run average. 22 strikeouts to 5 walks, and opponents hitting at .267 against the left-hander.
guy's got to be hard to pick up. Not as nasty as Chris Sale, but big, tall, coming from the side. Not real smooth delivery.
Moves ahead of Fernando Rodney in appearances with his 33rd of the year. They had been tied. Popped up, foul ground. Logan Morrison headed over. Has got room and makes the catch as the Red Sox strand 2 more. 7th inning stretch, 7-2 Seattle. Our fares online only at southwest.com. We're back at Safeco Field in Seattle. The Mariners have a 7-2 lead over the Red Sox. We head into the bottom of the 7th inning. And Felix Dubron back on the mound. Had a 1-2-3 6th inning in relief of Jake Peavy tonight. Peavy going the first 5 and giving up 7 runs on 8 hits. Walked 2, struck out 3 on the hook. Peavy came in 1-5 into tonight's outing. James Jones takes ball 1. Jones walked in the first, struck out in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the 5th. He has scored twice in this game. But don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live presented by DCU Digital Federal Credit Union tomorrow at 9:30. Adam and Jim Rice will have the latest on Shane Victorino's return and preview tomorrow's pitching matchup. DCU Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? 1-1 pitch to Jones. In the dirt. Well, Seattle had Adam Jones back in the day before the trade for Eric Bedard.
Man, that was a bad trade.
Yes, it was.
That was a bad trade. Bedard, he's hung around, but he's never the guy that they thought he was going to be.
Didn't become Adam Jones.
Remember, they got Sherrill, too.
Yes,
left-hander and
somebody else
Tillman.
Chris Tillman.
Man, they made out like bandits.
Yes, Baltimore did very well.
Meanwhile, Bedard's scuffling down in Tampa right now.
Nice strike call, very high strike call, full count. Robinson, Cano, Kyle Seager inspected in the inning. 2, 3, and 4 here for the M's. And grounded is short, a lot of spin on it, and it'll go off the glove of Drew. That was off the end of the bat. You can see it spinning out towards short, and Drew cannot play it cleanly.
That could go either way right there. This kid could run down the line. He's out of the box. You see him reach for this thing, and he is gone. Drew's got to charge this ball. He's got to get it on a clean hop right there, sort of ate him up. They'll probably give him an error. See that ball come up? He almost made a clean little sweep of it. This guy's picking him up and putting him down, but I think it's an error.
It is an error charged to Stephen Drew. Leads off the bottom of the 7th inning. First base runner here against Felix Doubront. Here is Robinson Cano. He'll take strike one. Cano has fly to center, popped out to third, and singled to right. That error for Drew is his first in 2014 since rejoining the Red Sox.
He definitely is a great defensive player, without a doubt. He hasn't skipped a beat. His bat will come around, but we've been waiting.
Eight errors last year in 124 games for Stephen Drew. Pretty solid year for Drew, and he doesn't make flashy plays, I would say, but he is there.
When he throws a ball, it is chest high. It's incredible.
Don't miss Red Sox first pitch, presented by Men's Warehouse, proudly introducing Joseph Abood. Adam and Jim Rice will have This Week in Sox History, and Rob Bradford with the MLB Notebook. It's tomorrow at 9 p.m. on NESN. Third and final game of the series as Edward Mujica warms in the Red Sox pen. Fly ball center field. Jackie Bradley Jr. going back, and he'll get there. On the dirt of the warning track, he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Boy, Jackie, he put his head down and just took off right to where he thought the ball was going to be.
Well, Kyle Seager coming up. He had the big blow back in the 5th inning, a 3-run shot. And his 11th home run of the year.
Little cutter, spinner, slider, whatever it was right in his happy zone. He lost it.
Also has a double in this game. He's driven in 4 runs. Runner goes, and the pitch in the dirt. Stolen base for James Jones.
No surprise there. Just laying in the weeds to pick his spot. He picked the right spot. You see the pitch in the dirt. No chance for AJ. And he's off to the races.
Second, 1 down. Seager with a count of 1-0. Center field again. Easier play for Bradley Jr. He waits on it and makes the catch. He'll get it back in, but Jones remains at second base with 2 away here in the 7th. Well, tonight's game summary is brought to you by Xfinity. Jake Peavy on the hook for this one, comes in at 1-5 and gives up 7 runs in 5 innings pitched. The other side, a big night tonight for Kyle Seager, 2 for 4 in the game with a double and a 3-run home run, driving in 4 runs. Erasmo Ramirez will not be part of the decision. He didn't go deep enough in the game to make himself eligible as he lasted just 4 1/3. But a 7-2 Mariners lead here as Seattle bats in the 7th inning with 2 down. Logan Morrison. Now Jones taking off for third. Throw from Piezinski is going to be late. Second stolen base of the inning for James Jones.
I don't know about that stolen base. I guess you can have it if you want it. I mean, he gets thrown out, he looks bad, but he gets a good jump. Didn't have that big a lead. The throw on the money Made it closer than I thought it was going to be. Get reminded of that stolen base in Tampa. I mean, when is the time not to run anymore? What, 7-2 game?
High drive to right center field off the bat of Logan Morrison. Back goes Bradley Jr. and he'll leap and make the catch. Right up against the wall out there in right center. Nice catch by Jackie Bradley Jr. to end the bottom of the 7th inning. As we head into the 8th inning, and a pinch hitter here for the Red Sox batting for Stephen Drew is Jonathan Herrera with the lefty out there on the mound. 226, no homers, 8 runs batted in. Busch getting the final 2 outs of the 7th, back out there to start the 8th. And there's strike 1. Action for the Mariners in their pen. And there's Medina up in the pen. On a pitch down and in.
That sweeping breaking ball, it kind of reminds you of Andrew Miller's breaking ball. Goes all the way across, down and in, back foot.
It really does. It's very similar. Fights this one off foul, is biting in on him. Fastball up and in.
This is that kid from Maine, right, Burbridge? Yes, he is. Didn't mean to ask you like that real quick,
questions,
but he is. He's from Maine.
Hold on a second.
He's from Maine.
He is from South Portland, Maine.
Thank you.
Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Herrera to open up the 8th inning.
Flailing some of these swings by Herrera. all over the place. You see the fastball puts him way outside, but after that ball down by his shoes, I don't know what you can do with that.
Lincoln Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance. And there for strike one to Jackie Bradley Jr.
Jackie Bradley may not be hitting, but boy, can he go get it.
Yes, he can.
I mean, he made that casual catch at the fence, jumped like it was nothing. My heart skipped a beat when he hit it, right? I thought it was gone, Morrison. As a pitcher, I'm saying, oh, my goodness.
This one clanks off the mask of Zunino.
What's this? I mean, this breaking ball, that was a good breaking ball to hit.
Edward Mujica still warming in the pen. Looks like he'll be coming in for the bottom of the 8th inning. DeBront goes 2 innings of relief tonight, available in the pen and used out of the pen. And Charlie Furbush, originally a 4th-round pick by the Tigers in 07, acquired by Seattle for Casper Wells. Missing inside.
A little wild with his breaking ball, almost drilling Bradley. Threw one down and in on Herrera, and that's just the opposite there. He has trouble with his release point. Big man out there.
All back to the screen. Still 1-2. Well, hey, Red Sox Nation, get a free medium beverage when you enroll in the Dunkin' Donuts Rewards program, DD Perks. Then just pay with your registered DD card at the DD mobile app to earn points toward more free beverages. It's Dunkin's way of rewarding their loyal fans. Enroll today at ddperks.com. Red Sox run on Dunkin'. 1-2 pitch to Jackie Bradley Jr. High to center field and a base hit for Bradley, his 2nd hit of the night.
Not an easy left-hander to hit all over the place, and he ends up getting a pitch he can hit and doesn't miss it. Ball up a little bit, fastball. A couple hits tonight for Bradley.
1 out, 1 on, and Brock Holt the batter. After fouling out and flying out, Holt has hit a 2-run home run to supply the Red Sox runs tonight, and then he doubled in the 6th inning.
You don't know where this guy's going to throw it. He could paint you, he could hit you, you don't know. I mean, breaking balls been one good, one bad.
You have to be a comfortable at bat.
Not comfortable at all. That's why I think it was a nice piece of hitting by Bradley to get a base hit. Look at that. Low paint down the way.
Strike to Brock Holt with 1 out. Jackie Bradley Jr. at first base. Red Sox batting here in the 8th inning, trailing by 5. And there for strike 2.
Where that ball goes, starts him behind his back. How do you stay in for that?
Dustin Pedroia waiting on deck with 1 out. Swing and a miss, and Holt strikes out. 2nd strikeout for Furbush. 2 down in the 8th.
Oh, he's hit left-handers. He got a double last time up off of Bimo, but this one after the breaking ball, the one before that started at him, this one all the way across on the outside corner, no chance. And back, Captain Hook is back.
Lloyd McClendon going back to the mound again with the Mariners on top 7-2. Cancer, students trying to afford college, soldiers returning from war, kids playing in little leagues and RBI programs, and families in need of holistic, comprehensive health care. This is the work of the Red Sox Foundation. 2 down here in the 8th inning with a runner at first base and Jackie Bradley Jr. Yoervis Medina into the game here for the Mariners. His 32nd appearance, 4-1 with a 2.60 earned run average, 29 strikeouts at 13 walks, and opponents hitting at 194 against Medina. Here comes the 5th pitcher of the night for Lloyd McClendon. And Dustin Pedroia, the batter, has walked, lined out, struck out twice.
We've got these right-handed clones out there throwing 95.
Medina's allowed just 1 run in his last 16 games. That includes 14 innings pitched. And dates back to May the 5th. 95 and inside.
Ooh, that's hot. Boy, that's hot. That ball was sinking down and in.
He came in hot.
He came in hot. He's got 11 holds so far this season.
Same spot.
Looks like he wanted it.
Pedroia to center field, sending Jones back, still going. He will get there to make the catch right in front of the warning track out there in deep center field to end the top of the 8th. 7-2 Seattle. By your New England Ford dealers. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Kia dealers of New England. Sullivan Tire and Auto Repair. The new Scion TC. And by Southwest Airlines. Back in Seattle, where the Red Sox trail the Seattle Mariners 7-2. Jonathan Herrera staying in the game as he takes over at shortstop after pinch hitting for Stephen Drew. And on the mound is Edward Mujica for the Red Sox, third pitcher of the night, 29th appearance. Goes with a pitch for a strike over the inside corner. Zunino leading it off here. Homered his last time up. One of 2 home runs in the 5th inning, and both were off Jake Peavy. Felix Dubron, 2 innings, pretty good in his 2 innings of relief tonight.
Yeah, a lot of fly balls to center field. 4 fly balls to center field. Got a little punch out. Almost like a side session for him if he's considering starting against Chicago when we get home.
To left field, playing deep was Nava, and that's going to get in for a base hit for Zunino, his second hit of the night.
Zunino, he's got a nice swing. I know he strikes out a lot, but we've seen him make some contact tonight. A bomb, just missed another home run at the track.
Lead runner on here for the Mariners in the last of the 8th inning. Dustin Ackley is 0 for 3. He's lined out to right, grounded out, popped out. Tipped 0-2. Luka took his 3rd loss of the year on Saturday at Oakland last time we saw him, allowing 1 run in a 3rd of inning. Snapped a 5-game scoreless streak for him. This one get away from Brzezinski, and up to second base goes Zunino.
Don't know exactly what happened there. Just a high fastball up and in. I don't know if he. I don't see how you cross anybody up. It's not like there's a guy on first base. He wasn't giving him multiple signs here. It's
ruled a pass ball.
AJ had a bad night last night behind the plate. I know the game was out of hand, but he boxed up a few.
One-two pitch. Ackley fouls it back. Still 1-2.
Ackley's got a funny hack, left-handed. It's not the prettiest swing you ever did see, but it's effective. It was effective against Lackey last night. That 13-pitch at bat, man. Fouling off curveballs. He was doing it all.
Held on to by Brzezinski for strike 3. So Ackley strikes out for the first out of the 8th inning.
He just blew him away with something upstairs. Fastball upstairs.
Let's get an update on our Scion poll tonight. Your favorite Seattle band. Now, last night we had 4 other bands. I know a lot of people have been asking, where is Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and others? They were there last night. Pearl Jam and Nirvana are in the finals for tomorrow night. Looks like Jimi Hendrix is on his way to tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah. Jimi Hendrix, a Hall of Famer now.
Yes. You like Hall of Famers.
Yes.
I do think it is too close, though, between Hart and McLemore and Ryan Lewis.
It is right now.
It's
both
too close
at 19%.
of a race.
It is very tight.
The 18 to 35 demographic needs to step it up and vote for McLemore and Ryan Lewis, because I just feel as though they deserve to be in the finals. Can you name a song by Hart?
In center field, a base hit for Miller, and Zunino coming around. He will score the 8th Seattle run of the night, and it's 8-2. The Mariners tack on another run here in the 8th.
Well, that pass ball didn't help. That's why he was in scoring position to begin with. Fastball middle. Nice place to hit it up the middle. Big old hole. And he's going to score easy on that.
John Buck coming up here. 0 for 3 out of the number 9 spot. Buck struck out, popped out twice.
You don't really know what you're going to get from Weegan. You know, we saw him. Sometimes he could be nasty. He was nasty that night he had a save.
Yes.
That's as good as he can throw.
The best we have seen him all year.
I mean, he's had other appearances where he's thrown the ball well, but started off the season bad, gave up some runs, and that, try to work on that. Take you a good month to get your ERA down, and
ball down the right field line, headed for foul ground and into the seats.
But this bullpen's really has been one of the better bullpens for a long time. Just recently, you give a 5 spot last night. Capuano, that doesn't help the ERA, and Uehara finally fell out of his tree a little bit. You know, I mean, 3 home runs in a couple of appearances, even though he won those 2 games. I mean, it was shocking to see the back-to-backs, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
I mean, they had a 6-1 lead and disappeared.
And then you got Uehara coming in with a 2-run lead. You think everything's okay. This is what he does.
Right.
And then all of a sudden it's tied 6-6.
That's never happened. And Badenhop has had a great year for them. No one expected him to be like that.
Foul back above us.
But you know, you have to be careful with everybody out there and their appearances and what have you, and that's what the secret is to be a great manager, is how you orchestrate this whole deal without anybody burning anybody out. You always take care of the closer.
Strike 3, second strikeout for Mejica. Able to get John Buck 2 down here in the 8th.
You see him again, fastball up out of the zone. Buck is all or nothing. That's what he's about. He'll run into a few home runs, but he'll punch out just to stay in shape.
2 down here in the 8th. Andy Chavez. He's been on base 3 times. A single, a triple, and a bunt single. Before flying out to center field in the 6th inning. Miller at first base, 2 down. Tap foul, 0-2. Sprayed foul off to the left. James Jones on deck, 2 down here in the 8th inning. To center field, Jackie Bradley Jr. coming in to make the catch that ends the 8th. Mariners had a run, take an 8-2 lead to the 9th. is Hart. 18-34 is letting Jamie Erdahl down right now. It's all about Barracuda and Hart.
I do feel badly for Sir Mix-a-Lot, though. I feel like we haven't given him any love.
No. Mixmaster is out of luck, I think. As we head to the top of the ninth inning, 8-2. Mariners on top. It's not been a lot of fun for Red Sox fans in this series against the Mariners or on this trip so far. Top 3 out of 4 to the Oakland A's, and have work to do here in the ninth inning. David Ortiz to lead it off. Mariners adding another run in the bottom of the 8th. Ortiz has walked twice and flied out twice. Goervas Medina back on the mound again. Only 2 runs the Red Sox have. The 2-run shot by Brock Holt back in the 4th inning. 0-2.
I'll tell you one thing that's happened to the Red Sox is starting pitching. I mean, then that's gone along pretty smoothly for a while, and you don't expect Lackey to give it up like he did. You just don't. Walking in here, you know he had to come up with a big game against King Felix. But tonight you needed a good start from Peavy. You really did. Their 5th starter was starting tonight. This is the game the Red Sox needed badly. Tomorrow, Iwakuma. I mean, this guy can pitch. And you got Buchholz, which you don't know what you're going to get. I mean, I'm looking forward to Buchholz pitching tomorrow. I think he's going to.
We're okay.
I mean, he's going to be a little uncomfortable, but see if he can get his confidence back. I think it's taken him, like he said, he admitted it, man. It was all between his ears. And his control was brutal. He's just got to let it go. I mean, the guy's got maybe the best stuff on the staff, but once again, you can have the best stuff all you want, but you got to do it between those 2 white lines. And tomorrow, he's got to make it happen.
Strikes out for the first out of the 9th inning. First strikeout for Medina.
This guy's got 95, and then he puts you away with a hard breaking ball down in the dirt.
So Medina with his first strikeout. They play Funky Cole Medina after his strikeouts. That's one. Mike Napoli with 1 out in the 9th. No, it's called a ball.
I mean, I'd go right back to the move of the night, getting Joe Meimel in here. That was the key, getting that kid out of here, Ramirez, in time before he gave it up.
McClendon bringing in Beimel for an inning and a 3rd, and we saw Farquhar, Furbush, and now Medina. They're confident in his bullpen, and they've done a very nice job. Giving up 3 hits, but no runs.
This is how you win it in this day and age. You have to have a bullpen. I mean, all the good teams have great bullpens, period.
Strikes in.
I just don't know how many great teams. I don't know how many great teams there are. There's a lot of sort of mediocre teams.
We saw Oakland. They were pretty good.
Oh, yeah, they're pretty
Earlier
good.
This season, I thought Detroit was very good, but they've gone through a tough time.
Right.
It's just about where you catch a team in the year and the schedule.
And you caught Kansas City a few days ago. They were wearing people out for about 4 or 5 days.
Dribbler that is a fair ball picked up, and Zunino throws out Napoli. 2 down in the 9th. Red Sox down to their last out. Naba's been on base 3 times tonight, 2 walks and a single. He's also popped out to 3rd base.
And the Red Sox just do not have the type of offense. If the starting pitcher goes out there and gives up 6 or 7 runs, forget about it. Who does?
2 down in the 9th inning for Daniel Nava. Fouled back for strike 1. It's a ground ball to short. Brad Miller is there. It's on to first, and that is the ball game. Well, the Red Sox have dropped the series as they lose this game tonight. Final is 8-2 as the Seattle Mariners beat the Red Sox, and Jake Peavy is dealt the loss. He falls to 1-6 with the loss here tonight in a game that takes 3 hours and 14 minutes to play from Seattle. Another tough night for Boston. Mariners win it 8-2 as we send it to NST and Adam and Sarah.